Welcome everybody to Fit Tuesday, Resilient by Design, Practice Consistently. This is our third series in the Fit Tuesday programming, and it is called Strong, Steady, and Supple. And with that, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to work on this next 7-week build out for strong, steady, and supple. All right, we're going to begin at the top of our mats. So go ahead and station yourself right at the top of your mat. Give yourself about a foot space here. All right, we're going to be doing a modification on a modified sun salutation. So here we go. Let's begin in mountain pose. So we're going to make sure all 10 digits are anchored to the floor. Feel the foot tripod, heel as well. We're going to reach up onto extension, trying to extend at the bra strap on the inhale. We're going to exhale and forward fold. From here, take a giant step back with your right leg. Right leg, giant step back. So we're in this open equestrian position or runner's lunge position. And I want you to be sure that that front knee is stationed right over that front ankle. Ankle. Now we're going to take that front hand, pick it up, bring it all the way up, swing it up and back around, and touch your opposite thigh. So now we've got this rotational element. Bring it back up and over and down. Try that again. Pick that hand up, reach up and over, touch your opposite thigh, and bring it back. All right, now step back with your other leg. Push into down dog from that plank. Separate your feet slightly. Come forward into high plank, packing the shoulders and the abs. All right, now here we're going to 8 limbs. So sink your knees, adhere and brace through the abdomen, draw your belly button up, and slowly sink through the chest with the arms at 8 and 4 o'clock. From here, let your belly all the way down. Let your legs relax. Bring your arms slightly forward onto your forearms. Pull yourself like a gummy worm, stretching in 2 pieces from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. This is called a modified cobra. Belly button is in and up. Hip bones are down. Take a nice deep breath in and place your hands under your shoulders and hook your toes. Inhale, ready to push back to plank. Back to downward dog. Now, get ready. Take a giant step forward with your right foot. Awesome. Take your right hand. Bring it, circumduct it, duct it up, out, and around, all the way back to your opposite thigh. Inhale, bring it back around, and bring your feet together. Draw your belly button up. Sweep your arms up as you inhale and fold or unfold back up like a fiddlehead fern opening up in the spring. And we're right back at the top, and we're going to repeat all that. That is our warm-up. Here we go. So mobility right out of the gate, guys. Inhale up into extension, focusing on bending at that bra strap region. Exhale, forward fold. Giant step back with that right foot. If this is too difficult for you, please feel free to place your back knee on the ground. All right, from here, take that front arm, sweep it around and up, and touch the back thigh. Beautiful. Bring it back around. Hands are at least mat width apart. Step back into high plank. Push into down dog. Dropping the heels down. Feel that calf stretch. Come back into forward plank. Slowly lower the knees and the chest at the same time. Ooh yeah, already it gets harder. And into modified cobra. Working on extension and traction through the spine. Big deep breath in, hands under the shoulders, push back up into plank. Here we go. Giant step forward with that right foot. That's it. And again, back arm now. Up and over and touch your left thigh. Bring it back. Feet together. We inhale up. We exhale forward, and we thank the heavens for being able to move like that. All right, grab your weights, guys. We are warmed up and we're ready to rock and roll. Option for you. We're going to start with a hip hinge. If you like, you can use your chair, back of the chair toward you, and pretend it's a wall. I'm going to grab my weights. I'm going to step forward of my chair. This is just an option for you for form. What I'm going to do is make sure, as I hinge forward at the hip, that my buttocks touch the back of my chair. I keep my thumbs right on my shins. All right? I don't want my weights hanging out here. I want them way in here now, close or right underneath my center of gravity, and I come all the way up. There it is. So what the chair does is help to make sure that you are pushing the buttocks back. All right? Keep the knees soft, and that gives you that wonderful hamstring stretch, and you can come up. Now, here's something to watch for. If I do not brace my abs and do not pack my shoulder joints, watch what happens to my upper back as I come forward, even if my weights are on my body. Can anybody see? I look like Coco Pele. All right? We want to pack the shoulders and brace the abs so we maintain neutral spine with that hip hinge. All right. Form, now function. Let's do this. Inhale. Come down. Mid-shin, if that's what your form allows you, and all the way up. We just want to get that neutral spine parallel to the floor. And again, your weights are like crazy glued toward your legs. Abs are braced. And it feels so good to have that dexterity and spine strength, right? I'm pushing back into my chair still, so I can really feel that incredible stretch through those hamstrings. Keep going, we got a few more. You can look down at your feet, you get that feedback if your feet aren't parallel. If one's turned out or one's turned in, again, you can actually see that. You can see if your toes are down, you want to be sure that they're not rocking. Great, we'll do a couple more and we'll call that good. Shoulder blades are always packed. Abs are always braced. And then just soften your knees to accommodate your level of flexibility. All right, from here we're going to place our weights down. I'm going to give myself a little space and move my chair, and we're going to go into our planks. We're going to start with a high plank position and go down to low plank. We'll be doing 20 seconds on each plank, and I'm pulling up my stopwatch now. All right, we're ready to go. So come into quadruped position. Hands are down right under the shoulders, abs braced right out of the gate. From here, extend one leg and the other. Pull up your kneecaps. And you can just make sure that your back's not arched. But you also don't want to like push your butt up in the air. So you kind of have to find that midline, 17, 18, 19, and down we go. Right into our low plank. So again, we're holding this for 20 seconds. The challenge will be real. And it probably is for you now. Just keep focusing on your form. Keep pulling up those kneecaps. Keep bracing those glutes. Hold it strong. And come down to your knees and push back into child's pose. Great. Rest and recover for 15 to 20 seconds. I'm resetting my watch. Now, we're going back into low plank, guys. Low plank to start. Low plank to start. So come down on your forearms. Extend your legs. My watch is running. I am in low plank. Abs are braced. Buttocks are held fast and tight, as are the abs. We're halfway through this plank already. And feel that stretch in your calves. can feel that bracing in your back. All right, come up into high plank. Pack your shoulders well. Really connect isometrically with your lower body. Hold that position, pushing the palms into the floor like you're pushing the floor away from you. Hold that position. We're almost there. Almost there. And we're there. Go ahead and set back into child's pose. Now that's our base. And we're going to be building on that every week, guys. All right. From here, come on up. All right. So now that we've worked on some pushing and core, we're going to work on some pulling movement. So grab your band and have a seat on your bench. Grab your heaviest band. Heaviest band. Anchor your feet. Heels dig into the floor. You're like you're a stubborn mule. Dig those heels in. Sit up tall. Good. Now, not just using your arms, but really putting your back into this. I want you to crank on that elastic resistance and pull it back and then let it go. Pull it back. Lift your chest. Draw some traction into your spine. Choke up well. I'm laughing because I'm seeing this happy dog tail in my a wag, wag, wag. It's definitely a lab. And a nice row, nice strong row. Keep it going. Abs are in and up. Extend through the mid-back. Keep going. Exhale and inhale. And again. Couple more. We'll do one more and call it good. Great. Loosely 15. All right. From here, we're going to grab our weights. Now, if you want to try heavier weights like 12 or 15s, guys, we're going to be doing a straight-on squat with a carry. So choose or select the weights that will challenge the carry and allow you to still keep that wonderful squat form, okay? I only brought one set of weights up tonight, so that's all I'm going to get. And again, if you like, you have the option of using your chair as kind of like a cross-check method for your form. If you decide to use your chair, make sure your heels aren't under it. You want your heels about 3 inches ahead of that chair so that when you sit back and down, see the angle on my knee and look how my hip is hinged. I start it just like that deadlift and come up, okay? Now I'm not going to use my chair because I like to squat a little deeper, all right, than that 17 inches. But that is an option for you. Please choose the option that suits you best. This is your workout, all right? Here we go. Feet about hip width distance apart or whatever allows you to squat with good form. And we're going to go down and up. The first couple of classes, we're going to be doing weighted carried squats. Just like this, straight on through. I think in class 3, we start varying the tempo and doing some extended eccentric. That would be that sinking portion of the squat. Look straight ahead. And we are halfway there. So 1 set this week, 2 sets next week. And then variations in week 3, 4, and 5. Integrated movements in week 6 and 7. So like all the programs, it builds and gets progressively harder and more complicated, right? We want to build the basic skills first, though. I think we have one more. All right, set your weights down. We're going to come into quadruped position on the mat. And again, I'm going to afford myself some room here. So in the last session, we worked on half a Superman from a supine position. Now we're going to pick it up a notch, coming into quadruped. So we're going to start in quadruped position. Now, you have a very simple option right in this position. If you hook your toes, that will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 points of contact. That will help you stay steadier and sturdier. So if you feel like you're rotating or wobbling, that's going to help hold you steady. If you want to progress it, simply point your toes. We're going to go up into bird dog. We're going to go up slow. We're going to hold it, and we're going to come out of it slow. I want you to focus on the anti-rotation aspect of this exercise. All right? So hold strong and steady, like a Jersey barrier. Here we go. Slow and easy. Pick it up. Slowly extend it out. Feel the shoulder girdle. Feel the glutes. Feel the stretch through the front of the thigh and the front of the abs here. Bring it back slowly. Don't let it rock or tip. Try your best. It's harder to do it slow. Pick up the opposite side. Brace and hold. Slowly extend it. Drawing the abs in and up so we don't overarch the lower back. Super important. Push the opposite palm into the floor. Reach the opposite limbs apart. Come back slowly, challenging that rotation, because that hip is going to want to drop. All right, here we go. We're going to the other side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, and slowly extend. Focus on just controlling your body here. Inhale, brace, exhale, extend. Again, focus on control. Trying not to waver. You'll have a little bit of that sway. That's normal. Inhale and exhale and extend. Reach your limbs far apart from one another. Feel that glute engagement. Inhale, exhale, and down. Keep going. This is only number 3, guys. We are doing these slow and steady. We are not rocking this boat. And down. Keep going. Number 4. Long and strong. Strong and steady. And supple right here. Embodying the title right here, right now. Halfway through this circuit. And beautiful. Keep going. You look good. Keep going. Extend. Just, reach that leg out long away from you. On the same plane. Yes. Great. Beautiful. Nice. We have one more, guys. Here we go. Slow and steady. Notice my leg is straight out from my hip. If my leg is straight out, I won't arch my lower back. Other side. Extend. Reach that leg out. Hold that stretch. Feel the front thigh. Feel the abs. And down. Now you're going to want to do a little bit of a child's pose. Let's open up that SI joint. It's going to feel really good right now. Let your head relax, guys. Because we have some more core work to do. All right. This one's a fun one. Again, anti-rotation and core. We're going to be using our ball next. You're going to want your ball way on the end of your mat. I put my ball half off my mat and half on my mat. Now, here's what we're going to do. This is just our building block, all right? So this is block number 1. We are going to walk our feet forward, and we're then out to a plank. So just till your shoulders are on the ball, and we're going to walk our feet back. You're trying not to let your ball roll or wobble or anything like that, all right? Now, arm positions are gonna change how this works. If my hands are down and I walk, whoops, gotta move my transmitter, there we go. All right, and I walk my feet out, this is gonna be easier. See how my arms are helping me brace my ball. And actually it feels kind of good. Feels a little bit like a back massage. All right, secondary, I can reach my arms out. And I can counterbalance. A little harder. I'm trying to not let my butt sag. I'm going slow and steady and trying to carve that straight and narrow path. All right, third arm option, and we have 4. We're gonna roll ourselves out. I'm running into my chair here. Rolling it out, staying strong. I try to stack my knees over my ankles. All right, I brace here. You can see that bridge happening here. So anti-rotation as well as that beautiful back bridge, glutes, right, and core. All right, finally, we have the stick-up position. It's a hold up. It's going to be a little bit more challenging. And I say a little bit tongue-in-cheek. All right. So there are your modifications and variations. All right. These are slow, and just like we did on our bird dog, we're going to practice 6 of them. If you want to do a couple extra, that's okay. The slower we go, the harder it's going to be to balance and not wobble. Pick your poison, all right? So pick your arm position, whatever you think feels good for you, and you'll be able to do 6 successfully. Let's build on that core strength and go for it. Nice and easy, nice and light. Butt stays up the whole time. I come out to just my head and shoulders, or top of the shoulders actually, or on the mat, or on the ball. And then I come. When I sit up, I sit all the way straight up. Proverbial like book on the head kind of posture. Coming back out, trying to control it, not skip or roll. I had a little bit of a sideways tilt there. Correcting that. Rolling up again and back. Going back down. Sometimes your ball will travel like mine did back toward my chair, so I had to adjust it. That's okay, right? We just stay literally on our track. That nice, strong, straight, narrow, steady track. Here we go. Number 5. Feels so good to be able to do this. This is so great for your glutes, so great for your back. Great for the entire core, those deep, even the hip flexors right now, the deep hip flexors are getting a nice strong workout, eccentric workout here as they stretch and help you fight that gravity. And we walk ourselves back up. So we will be building on that and finally working into some abdominal exercises extended on the ball. All right, finally in our circuit, we begin with our upper body, or go back to our upper body for the shoulder press. Again, this will be our base move. So please grab your weights. And on the shoulder press, because your arms are up overhead, you'll probably want a little bit lighter weight. Mainly working the deltoids, but there is some contribution, you know, from the pecs a little bit, and the lats, they have to stretch to enable us to straighten our arms. All right, so we're going to clean the weight to the shoulder, and then we're going to bring it up. I want you to be able to see your upper arms in your peripheral vision. Control it back down, and down we go. So that's 1. All right, so we're square, we're strong, we're steady here, we're nice and sturdy. We brace through the lower body and extend and bend and down. And again, bend, extend, and down. Yeah, so if your weights are too heavy, you're going to find your arms are going to get up there and they're going to go, woo, you're going to feel like the Eiffel Tower in a hurricane. Good, and down, nice and controlled. So time under tension is going to help build that tensile support. In other words, some joint integrity. Otherwise known as tensegrity, which is actually an architectural term. You may not be able to do 12 of these at this pace, but that's okay. It is what it is. If you fail at 8, you're just getting stronger. True story, it's all good training. This is so good. Do the best you can to get those elbows straight, guys. I'm looking for a nice full range of motion. Nice and controlled. Beautiful. That's it. We'll pick it up a little bit for these last 4. That'll give us 12, by the way. I know it feels like 50. Super important that we have the weights under control when they're overhead, right? For the obvious reason. Good, can we do one more? Can you do one more for extra credit? Extra shoulder. All right, love it. Go for it. Nice. All right, good job, good job, good job. Okay. All right, guys, put your weights aside. Next week, we'll be doing 2 sets of everything that we just did with already some variations worked in to increase our capacity, increase the intensity, the resistance, what have you, so that we can continue to build strong, steady, and supple. All right, gang. I'm going to bring this volume down just a tad. All right. Can you still hear me okay? Okay, good, perfect. All right, so we're gonna start with our mobility segment. And I want you to be able to see my whole entire mat. There we go. I think we're good, all right? Yes, perfect, okay. So we're going to start in a seated 90-90 position. So you're actually gonna be facing the short end of your mat, all right? So come on down. Now a 90-90 position, guys, means your back leg is bent 90 degrees at the hip, so square, femur square out, and then 90 here. All right, same thing with the front leg. You want the shin parallel to the upper portion of your mat. This will be challenging for you to sit like this. This is a very, very nice deep hip opener or hip mobility stretch. Now, from here, what you're gonna do, I'm just gonna push my bench out of the way a little bit. You're gonna come down on your back forearm. All right, so come down onto your back forearm. You're gonna feel the stretch lighten up on that front, on the back of the front hip, but you'll feel it open up on the front of the front hip. Everybody got that? Okay, from here, I want you to straighten your top leg, swing it out and forward. Feel the stretch in your hamstring. And now stack your legs one on top of the other. Great. So my knees are bent. I'm in almost a fetal position. I'm going to place my back hand down, come up onto my both back hands, and I'm going to swivel my legs around to the other side and open into 90-90 on this side. Great. From here, I'm going to sweep that leg forward, bring it together, feet together, back hands, bring it up and around, and back open to 90-90. Okay, now we're gonna build on that. So that would be our base. All right, so come down to your forearm, straighten your top leg, stack your legs one on top of the other, bent. Stay down on your forearm if you can. Hug your knees up toward your chest. Roll over to the other side. Extend your top leg. Sweep it out and around and up to 90-90. From here, can you come forward onto your forearms or just onto your hands? Whatever your hips will allow you to do. It's like a modified pigeon pose. Great. Keep that back forearm down. Straighten your top leg. Swing it up into flexion. Bring that back hand around. And fetal position, roll to the other side. 90-90 position. All right, now go down onto your forearm. Option for you. Straighten the top leg. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my leg straight. I'm going to sweep it forward, getting that hamstring and glute stretch here. Coming up to my hand now. Straight leg goes over, other leg goes over, and that leg, bottom leg goes back, and top leg goes back, bottom leg goes forward. There we go. We're in the 90-90 here. Good. Come down, feel that stretch. Roll back up, keep that back forearm down. Straighten the top leg, swing it or sweep it forward. Bring it up, around. Other leg goes forward, and you're back up. And again, come down to the forearm. Straighten the leg, sweep it forward, up, over, and around and down. Come forward. Now watch me here. I'm going to come up. I'm going to take away that back support. No hands. Bring your legs over and open and back to 90-90. Happy dogs. Come down to the forearm. We'll do this one more time on this side. Bring the leg forward, sweep it forward, bent or straight. Your pleasure. Coming over to the other side. Sweep it back to 90-90. If you can, challenge those hip flexors and core. Sit up tall. Do the switch. Swivel. Good. Can you swivel back? All right, now we're on the other side. Good. Come down to the forearm. Straighten the top leg. Sweep it forward. Again, you can bend it coming onto the back hand. Swing your legs up and over and to 90-90 and up. We can add the forward fold. Opening up that front, the back of that front hip. Come up. Back to that forearm. Sweep that top leg forward. Stack it. And we can come over and back to our starting point. Good. Forearm. Top leg extends. Again, now you can try to straighten your legs, both legs if you like. Coming into that swivel position. Forward fold, opening up the back of that front hip. All the way up. And again, back down to the forearm if you like. Sweeping that leg. Up and around, and we're back to the other side. Good, so it's down, top leg straight, out in front of you. Sweep up and over. And down. Good. Now I'm going to challenge myself here. Not going to come back on my hands. I'm going to keep my legs in that 90-90 position. I'm going to use my core, really challenging that hip mobility there. Swinging my legs around to come down to the other side. And I start it all over. Sweep the leg, up, out, and over to our 90 degrees. Gonna do my forward fold, stretch the back of that front hip. Come up. Bring those legs into that 99 position. Right there it is. Great job. From here, I want you to sit forward, kind of like Raggedy Ann, but with your feet apart. Now you're going to bend your knees and grab your toes. Okay, I'm just going to sit sideways for a second so you can see what's going on with my back. I'm going to inhale and I'm going to extend my upper back upward. I'm going to exhale and now I'm going to roll my lower back backward. So it's like cat and cow in a seated bent knee position. And again, going into cow. Oh, feels so good. And exhale, going into cat stretch. And again, inhale, going into cow. And exhale into cat stretch. So the abdominal contraction is really scooping you and pushing you back, just like we did in last session's roll back. One more time with an option now. Inhale, bent knee on the extension. Exhale, straighten your legs and round the hips to the posterior. Inhale, bend your knees into extension. Exhale, round your lower back into cat. Really, really accentuating that posterior pelvic tilt. One more time. Inhale, into extension. Exhale, and into that trunk flexion with posterior pelvic tilt. And inhale up. All right. Hamstrings. Raggedy Ann style. You're sitting Raggedy Ann style with your feet apart. Hands come in front of you. Keep your legs as bent or as straight as feels good to you or is allowable for you. Now, if my knees are super tight, I take a couple towels, or my hamstrings, I'll take a couple towels and roll them up. You can also use a yoga block, or what we used to do in Pilates was we used to take our sneaker and use our sneaker as a bolster. Just like that. So there you have it. Your sneakers can be like yoga props, okay? If you need a little bit of support. Whatever you need to do, I want you to be comfortable, okay? So here we go. Now sit up super tall, place your hands in front of you. We're gonna do a roll down Pilates style, and as we do, we're gonna walk our hands forward. I want you to try when you do this. Again, accommodate your leg flexibility, but try to keep your spine long. See how I'm coming forward, but maintaining that lifted chest position. What I don't want you to do is, I don't want you to cave and roll down like this, okay? See that big arch in my back? Try to prevent that if you can. Try to maintain that neutral spine. All right, here we go. With support, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and forward fold. Nice long spine. Reach your fingertips forward. Reach your nose forward like you're reaching it between the arches of your feet. Use your hands to help you walk back, flash dance style, and come back up. Now, if you flex your feet hard, this is going to increase the stretch tension. Fan your toes apart and flex your feet up. Place your hands down. You can even fan your fingertips apart. Tree frog-like fingers go forward. Spine stays neutral. Chin stays slightly tipped. Now I'm reaching my forehead between the arches of my feet. I exhale and I come back up into an extended long spine position. We're going to do one more. Again, allow yourself the modification that is comfortable for you, that allows you to feel successful and really good about this stretch. And exhale, enjoy that stretch. Again, coming forward, if your forearms can support you, then amen. Let them have it. Just keep that spine long, keep pulling that traction. You'll also feel it in the inner thighs. All right, I'm gonna move my sneakies out of the way. We're gonna stretch that lower back, guys. So I'd like for you to come into a supine position. Great. Extend one leg and bend the other leg up. Bring your arms out to a nice T. Bring your leg across the body gently. Now you can also use support if you like. You know, your opposite hand can support. All right, good. Now, bring your palm over palm. Good, now take a deep breath. Bring that arm up. Exhale and let it rest or melt into the floor behind you. If you like, you can look back toward that back hand. Great. Bring both knees up. Keep your T-arm position. Both knees are up and swivel to the center. Now we're going to extend the other leg out. I'm going to be rolling away from you. I'm going to bring that bent leg across my trunk. Going for that shoulder stretch, trying to keep my arm down there. And then I'm going to go ahead and stack my hands one over the other. I'm going to inhale, exhale, and I'm going to try to let that outer arm just melt into that floor behind me. I'm looking back toward you now, feeling that amazing stretch of my lower back and glutes. I'm going to bend both knees. I'm going to lift. I can lift both knees and both feet, and then bring them windshield wiper style down. And that, my friends, is a wrap for our first Fit Tuesday in the Strong, Steady, and Supple series. I'm so excited. I'm honored to have you here, and I really, really, really hope that you enjoyed this thoroughly. It's an honor always.